So what are the Gorn? They're described
I've
as they're described as like savages and kill up humans and stuff, but what are they?
I've seen them. They aren't supernatural, but they are monsters. Some things in this universe are just plain evil. To them, humans are just walking feed bags of flesh and bone and jelly. We are prey. When they hunt, they're unrelenting. Plenty of people have seen the Gorn. They just don't live long enough to talk about it.
Salon's describing what she's seen in her past, like her personal experiences. But
Mhm.
when she describes it, it feels like they're savages. It feels like they're
Yeah.
inhumane. It feels like they're like animals just lashing out, going crazy, like stab, 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 kill, 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 like having fun and having a blast or whatever, right? Like real uncivilized, real inhumane stuff. But if we look on the picture on the left, like there's the Gorn way on the left, even
Mhm.
like one little trigonal ship
Yeah, right here.
hunting the Enterprise. And these red laser things are they're the energy weapons, and the Gorn
Yep.
have a spaceships, so like they can't be savages because they clearly have spaceships, right? Like
Right. This is high tech, and
High
high
tech.
technology requires intelligence. So how
Right.
can they be savages while they're running around killing things and marauding? Don't they have to have factories and engineers and
Right.
stuff?
Right. They necessarily have to have a lot of intelligence to get where they got. And so
Mhm.
this is my question. My question is, what are the Gorn? Like, are they like here's their ships like flying around chasing Enterprise? And if we think we have good ships and there's the Gorn ships keeping up with them, then they're on par, right? So
That's right.
this is my question. Like, are they savages that do this like murdery stuff and they have no sense of empathy, or are they maybe a more evolved species that don't recognize us as our full agency, full autonomy, full intellect, and they see us like cattle, right?
So the way Laan sees it is she does see them. She thinks the Gorn see humans and other species like humans as cattle. I mean,
Mhm.
based on this picture here, it's just slaughter. Oh my
Just
God,
slaughter,
blood
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, yep,
But they can't just be crazy murdering lunatics because building ships, building tech takes time and energy and dedication to not
yeah.
killing and marauding.
Hmm.
So, gosh,
I
I
mean,
don't think.
how could we humans explain to the Gorn like, please don't kill us, we are sentient beings?
Well, the Gorn also see our ships and our tech and are unfazed. So maybe their superiority complex is ideological and not based on what they see.
Could be. They could just be zealots. Gorn, like
Mhm.
Gorn number one forever. Like, could be.
Right. And they see other species with similar tech and they're like, doesn't matter. We're going to follow the dogma. Which means
That's right.
in order to counteract the Gorn, the humans and other species have to cut through the dogma somehow.
With force. Actually, maybe, right?
Actually, maybe. I mean, with
Maybe,
force at first, but eventually you're going to have to do some convincing, right? Do you think the
Yeah.
dogma is like genetic? Like they cannot think thoughts?
Oh.
They,
You mean like hardwired into their species? Like they can't
Right.
possibly think of other species as
Mhm.
being equivalent or
Right. They
on
could see
par
like,
or even similar.
yeah, they could see like the God, like say God existed. They see God. They're like, no, we're superior. Like they cannot think that there's something else out there that's superior. That
Possible.
would be weird. Possible.
Yeah.
Also in this scene, there was some pretty good emotions.
I've seen them. They aren't.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I thought the same thing. So here's Ortegas with this expression of shock, right?
Mhm.
Because
Yeah, that's-
because the reports of Gorn are very few, and but
Mhm.
what she does know is that Gorn will just kill people, right?
Right.
And so here's Laan saying like, I've seen them and I've survived them, and Ortega is like freaked out.
Right. And then after getting more explanation, Ortegas is like trying to do a stern face, trying to settle in after being shocked, I think.
But she can't dismiss Laan because
Mhm.
Laan is I think superior officer. But
Yeah.
either way, she's a member of the crew. She's giving her report about what the situation is. Like you have to listen to her, and it's scary. It's scary, like
Right.
we're about to die.
So I think this represents like professionalism on Ortega's part,
Right.
because she's got shock, which happens initially, and then
Yep.
she
Button
gets
up,
into it.
listen, focus up, listen to everything that Law is saying because it's important.
Yep.
I need to listen right now. Get in the game.
Yep. And then
Subtle. I saw this.
subtle, yeah.
Subtle, right? She's no longer sitting still. She had a little bit of fidget, a little bit of like, I need to soothe this tension.
Yeah, she's still locked in, but there's a subtle discomfort.
Right? She can
Just
no longer
back
sit
and-
still.
It'd be tough.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. That I like. With these really subtle motions, I'm understanding what her emotions are.
Yeah, and there's the tension in the scene. It's great.